We're also looking forward to Canada's next game, which will be against Croatia. They played earlier today. They drew Morocco 0-0. The legend of Luka Modric, who becomes the, first player to play in Euros and World Cup in 3 different decades. But he doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
What is he, 52 now?
I think he's 102, but he's still going strong.
It's incredible.
That's not an insult. That's me complimenting him.
Yeah.
How do you think Canada will fare?
I think if they play the way that they did today, I think they've got a very, very good chance of winning that match.
Yeah. I asked if you were surprised that Richie Laryea got the start over Sam Adekubi just because of the way he was playing. You said, well, he's got pace. He's in there. Do you think Herdman goes with the same lineup? Do you expect any kind of changes?
I think he might go with the same lineup. I mean, he might add 1 or 2 players in there and change it up, but for the most part, I think he will. And like I said, the only reason why I think Adekubi didn't start was because he was playing Davies on wide left, and he's got to bring Richie Laryea. So, but overall, I think you've got to give these guys another chance as well.
Yeah.
And whether he might bring Laryea in, or Laren in, might bring him in and go with a 4-4-2, but who knows?
Yeah, somebody's calling you?
That'd be my mom. She's probably watching me on TV right now.
She wants to say, doing a great job, sweetie.
You're coming home for dinner.
I always say, my mom does the exact same. I'm like, I am live on the air right now. Ma, I can't talk to you right now, Ma. But Croatia, this is a strong team, and I feel like there's a little bit of a narrative around them, same thing that was around Belgium, right? Is that maybe they're a little bit older. But this is the team that did make the final, at the last World Cup as well. This is a team that's, always been a competitor. I just finished saying what Luka Modric and Croatia have been able to do at Euros and World Cup the last few years. So this is not a team, I'm guessing, you take lightly. UEFA Nations League, that was played in September when the Canadians were playing their friendlies, and they looked fantastic.
No, they did. Listen, you can't take anything away from Croatia. I mean, over the last number of years, Croatia has always been a fantastic footballing side. Really have. The way that they play, they're just organized, technically very, very good. But I think what we have to do as Canadians, we've got to play at a high tempo. They are getting a little bit older. They have a few older players. They don't want to play that high tempo game. They want to get on the ball and knock it around, and when the time's right, then they'll go. But if we can play with some urgency and high tempo, similar to the way Saudi Arabia played against Argentina, they were all over them. And I think if we can play with a high tempo, I think we'll be okay.
Earlier years of soccer in Canada, a lot of Croatian, a lot of Canadian Croatians played a huge role in developing the sport in this country. I wonder how torn they're going to be when they're watching that game.
I know. There is a lot of them. And they love their football, that's for sure.
They really do.
And they're always good footballing teams.